Hello and welcome to Dire Bear. It's Tuesday night, so of course that means we're playing Valley by Night River City, our Vampire 5th Edition actual play. I'll be your storyteller for the evening, Jason, and with me tonight is Duba as Walter, Sarah playing Emma, Jeremy playing Egidio, and Rappy playing Iola. Alright, this is it. The beginning of the end. Second to last session.
Would you say it's the last countdown? Perhaps even the final?
No, I would very specifically not
together.
say that.
That's why they were separate.
We're gonna get YMCA'd.
Gonna get YMCA'd.
No, if I could use copyrighted music, we'd have started with Bloodhound Gang tonight. The roof is on fire.
I thought that was gonna go a completely different way, and I was going to question it severely.
That's true. I guess they're known for more than just that one song now. But anyway. All right. Who remembers what happened? Who would like to give us the recap of last session?
So many things. All happening at once.
Pretty confident there's at least a couple meetings that were had.
Those majority meetings.
That's true. Eric had to meet up with old Montgomery, a very old very old gangrel that lives in the Wheeler Wildlife Refuge. It splits the city of Decatur in two, but not like down the middle. I mean, it's a much smaller side to the west, which really isn't a concern to y'all anymore because the cam took that over the last couple of sessions.
Yeah.
And then he met up with some lupine friends? Friendly acquaintances, at least.
Non-enemies.
Which sometimes for a vampire is the best you can do. And tried to make a deal with them to attack the cam reinforcements coming from the city of Moulton, which is to the west of Decatur. You know, like a 30-minute drive away, not real far. Don't know yet if that's going to bear fruit. Well, I know because he made the rolls, but the rest of you don't know.
Well, we have inkling that it might from Iola's premonition.
That's true. She did have her premonition showing a lot of different ways that night, or the whatever night it was, is going to go down. Some of it was good, some of it was bad, some of it's up for interpretation. Like any good vision. And let's see, other important things. You talked to Maddox.
Mm-hmm. He sent word, I think, to Clint about potential werewolfiness.
Yes.
Just so, since he's our neighbor.
Yep. And since if the werewolves don't do anything, those reinforcements from Moulton would be driving right past his domain.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you also managed to contact your sire.
Mm-hmm. We don't know where Harmony is.
Yeah, you tried to contact her, and you got her roommate, you guess?
Roommate or like long-term lunch date?
It's hard to tell. He sounded like a confused old man.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they were
roommates.
But yes, best he could remember, he hadn't seen his nurse in a while. Or didn't see her right then, was wondering where she was at. It was all kind of a jumble.
And it was Maddox we went and saw, and he seemed a little suspicious of August.
Yes.
It's a little late in the game to be suspicious. Come on now. Is he or isn't he?
Well, I mean,
I'm not saying that to anybody here. I'm saying that specifically to Matic.
Well,
I'm
the
saying it actually to Jason. Really? No.
no,
No,
the
no, specifically not saying it to Jason. I'm saying it to Matic.
Okay.
yeah, well, the far baron that a GDO saw had clearly betrayed you. He was kind of pushed forward by August. Though it's not like anybody else in the domain or in the city had any issue with it. There was
No one had a better idea.
nobody was
Yeah.
suspicious of the dude or anything. So
He'd been the right hand before, so it was like he's a good choice.
But Walter, doing some research and getting his little NOSnet going, had discovered a few people that had been traveling to the far baronies, or the outer baronies, not right before all this went down. Excuse me. But in the week or so leading up to it. They included August. They included Josephine. And they included Woodard. So that was a little list of at least mildly suspicious people for you to keep an eye on. Could be nothing. I mean, y'all have traveled to other barons' domains before, so but upon hearing about that, Maddox got extra suspicious. And he sent someone out to contact Harmony.
I mean, we were at Paranoia Plaid already,
yes,
so.
This is true. I just picture, I picture y'all having a paranoia sign, like, well, most of y'all haven't been to Decatur, but if you drive by the state trooper's office in Decatur, they got a little sign out front with like Smokey the Bear on it, talking about the chances of like a wildfire. That usually it's just high or very high, but every now and then you drive by and it's extreme. I feel like Plaid would be the next rank up. Could actually be a fun prank, except that it's in front of a state trooper office.
I think it pops pimple alert. Go by how gross the thing is. The cyst alert.
Oh no, I know what y'all need to do. All right, stuff's getting bad. But how bad is it? You look over the Waffle House; they're closed.
Oh shit! All right, just pack it up. This was a nice city while it lasts. We're just gonna No, we gotta go. Don't even just. We'll buy new stuff when we find a new place. Just leave it here. It's contaminated.
But we ended the session with everybody going to bed.
Mm-hmm.
So we start tonight with y'all waking up. Everybody give me that rouse check.
Hey,
I gotta look up healing.
I'm
again.
good.
I'm good.
Woo!
All right, how many of you are injured from the previous night or previous couple of nights, briefly?
I think both her and Kyle are.
All right, Emma. What kind of healing are you going to do?
I gotta look up how do you what's the roll
it just
for
happens.
aggravated?
I think it just happens.
You have to make it's a number of rouse checks you have to make.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And for aggravated, is it 3 for every level of aggravated or 2? Pardon?
3 for every level.
Okay.
And then superficial, does it just heal over time or?
Superficial, I think you just make a rouse check per superficial. Though you may only be able to do something. Let me look up.
Yeah, it's like I didn't get beat up a lot last game, so.
Alright, superficial health damage. At the beginning of a session, it's mortals. Vampires can remove a number of superficial damage levels from their health track by rousing the blood each turn. Let's see page 128. Couldn't you just have it all there together? What's wrong with that?
Everyone should see all of
Wait,
the artwork in the
excuse
book.
me.
What
Yeah,
page
the
was it?
book's out.
138?
I'm sorry, 218. I misread. Wait, that's actually further back. How? Oh, because it didn't use the word healing, it used the word mending. So my search was pointless.
Well, they have to be unique. If they're not unique, what the hell then?
Yeah, White Wolf has never been good about making books that were like useful at the tables for like looking stuff up.
That's what
The player's guide's
people
pretty good about
making
it.
GM screens is for.
Yeah, apparently.
Okay, to mend aggravated, wait until next nightfall. Okay, so I would have done this before I woke up. So aggravated is 3 per point, and superficial is just 1.
Okay. And I think you can
Yeah.
only do one aggravated. Is it one aggravated a night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can at least get rid of my aggravated, hopefully, and then at least a couple of superficial.
Yeah. Well, the trick is, it gets rid of it regardless. It's just how much hungry
it's just
does it
how
make
hungry.
you do it. Yeah.
I think the superficial is optional.
Yeah, the superficial, and you can do the superficial more than once, you know. And you can do it kind of whenever.
All right, only got 1 point hungrier on the aggravated, and I'll roll the superficial in 1 second.
Okay.
It just knocks it all the way down.
Do you only have one ag?
I got 2 ag.
All right, then you
have to
healed
do
one
the
of
ag
them.
first. You cannot heal your
yay.
superficial.
Oh.
But I can't roll additional.
I don't believe so, but I will double check for sure. Okay, it said 218. No, I'm on 118, not 2. Why am I having so much trouble finding pages today?
Math. Just
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I didn't take a long enough nap when I got home from the doctor.
doesn't say anything about not being able to heal superficial if you have aggravated. I mean, it is. Well, it could be on a completely different page.
Yeah, this is true. You make 1 rouse check per turn to mend the superficial, meaning aggravated. Let's wait to the next nightfall, make 3 rouse checks. Removes aggravated damage as well as 1 crippling injury or similar impairment. Can only mend 1 point of aggravated per night. If their hunger is above hunger 5, they fall into torpor rather than testing for hunger frenzy. Yeah, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying anything there, and I'm not looking through the whole book. So, go ahead and make your superficial rolls. Frankly, I would love for you to start tonight in a hunger frenzy. Go for it.
I mean, she's going to be going hunting now, but she's not in a frenzy.
All right. So you're all patched up except for that 1 aggravated.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. So you wake up for the evening. Emma, you can tell you're still injured.
Yep.
So you start making your plans to go hunting. Are you just going to do the typical DoorDash thing you've been doing? Okay.
Yeah, it's quick, it's easy, it's something she knows she can do before stuff gets questionable for the night.
All right. You can go ahead and make the roll for that.
I think I'd remember my stats by now, but no.
Maybe by next week.
I'll be really good on them next week. Let's just watch. 4 successes.
All right, that's enough. Uh,
Draining 2, leaving him a nice orange juice.
is 2 all
Maybe
you
a
need?
5, a
Excuse me.
biggie bag. Oh, like 2 was all I needed to get it back down to 1. She's not gonna drain someone to
Okay.
0.
Okay. You were not. I thought you might be hungry than that. Okay.
Yeah, I got lucky on the dice rolls.
So yeah, you basically get out of your apartment and you beeline to an apartment that you know has got a dude that lives alone. You know, you've delivered actual food to him before. And he recognizes you, so he doesn't hesitate to open the door and talk to you, and then
She does do the forget me bit and everything. So
forget me and drink this orange juice when you wake up.
here's an orange juice. Here's a $5 biggie bag. Here's some iron pills.
Iola, you awaken.
She's probably gonna go hunting as
Okay.
a precaution.
Everybody's grabbing a bite to eat as soon as they get up. Is she going to draw one of her cards?
Yes, she does. Give me a minute.
Her last draw for the campaign? Or chronicle, excuse me.
Nine of Cups faced up.
Cups.
Fulfillment, gratitude, joy, indulgence, wishes fulfilled.
All right. The description of it I've got here is you are basking in the abundance of life and experiencing your emotions with such intensity and pleasure. This is why the Nine of Cups is often called the wish card. It comes as a sign that the planets align and you have everything you wished for. You could not be happier.
Weird flex, universe.
Weird flex.
The-
On the eve of battle.
The night is going to suck for the entire city, except there's one little beam of moonlight that just strikes this one lady. She's in her groove all night.
Yeah. Io's gonna be in a very upbeat mood.
She puts in her earbuds. She's listening to her music. She just walks through the fights, capping people. It's gonna be great.
She has her favorite music on.
But
AC is turned on.
despite the otherwise bad portents for the coming time, apparently tonight's gonna be a good night for you.
Yep.
All right, so it's early evening. There's a few businesses that are still open. Nothing's real busy. What with the lockdown and all, but
Mm-hmm.
but like the Waffle House, there's a couple of restaurants that are still open, mostly in the drive-through capacity. But
Gonna do your usual sneak and wait by the garbage for somebody to kinda come out.
all right, so you're making your way over to the Waffle House or one of the other restaurants in the domain.
Mm-hmm.
All right, give me a roll.
Mike, that weird person stuck out there again. She'll go away a little bit.
Basically.
Also, wow, word. I get. Hi, Eric.
Hello.
6 successes.
Oh yeah, absolutely no problem. You've got somebody emptying the garbage as soon as you get there.
Alright. Going to just slake one hunger.
Is that all you
And,
needed?
I'm not gonna kill him. She'll
You can
do
get 3
enough
and not
killing.
kill them.
Huh?
You can get 3 and not kill them.
No, she had 2 hunger.
Oh, I see.
Just one moment while I get Eric in here.
I snuck in. Hello.
You didn't
Hello
sneak
there.
in. I heard you.
Did you?
We were just,
We did.
doing things.
Ah.
General Kenobi.
Hello.
All right, let me see if I got everybody in the right spot now, and I believe I have.
Woo.
I didn't want.
Second to last session, and I have it down to a science. All right, so Emma and Iola have fed. Walter, what do you do when you first wake up?
Well, as Walter normally does, he checks in with the NOS network, as you so politely put it.
I believe I called it NOSnet, but anyway.
That too.
And this is, of course, NOS in your domain, but you're also in contact with Anarch NOS around the city.
Yeah, he would check in with a little NOSnet and see what other happenstances going on. If anything new has been discovered or what have you.
Nothing big went down during the day. There's lots of news reports about the police getting reports of gunfire and this, that, and the other, and car accidents. A body or two was found. Stuff has gone down in the city.
Nothing that would be alarming for us.
Yeah.
Not really. You're just seeing. You're just kind of picking up on the remnants of stuff that you knew had gone on the night before. Everybody realizes this is the Cam's big push, so everybody's kind of braced and tense. Does Walter need to hunt, or is he fine?
He should be fine, but I shall double check his hunger. Yeah, I'm at 2 hunger. I'm fine.
Okay. Egidio.
Hi.
You wake up. What you do?
I think I wake up, and I think Egidio wakes up and immediately goes to start getting stuff for the ritual or ceremony rather.
Okay.
So you see him pick up there's a vignette of him picking up a bunch of like chalks and charcoals, but there's also other stuff like a small altar. A lot of stuff of it is very much like Dia de los Muertos inspired versus a traditional blood circle or whatever that you would do in a ceremony or a ritual. And he makes kind of a makeshift ofrenda. And just has a skull that he puts on top. It's a little out of tradition, but sure.
And what ritual is he trying to do here?
He's going to do the ceremony host spirit.
Okay.
But he's going to appeal. He's appealing to Gertrude first. And he is she here? Is she making herself present?
She appears as you're arranging all this stuff.
Okay. And then as she appears and the ceremony is he'll get a couple of candles and he has mostly the LED ones, but he does have one actual candle that's actually lit up. There you go. So are you ready?
She doesn't look happy about it, but she nods. You get the impression there was some sort of feeling of sensation that she got possessing you that she clearly liked, but she doesn't like that she liked it, or doesn't like that she has to deal with you. Where the first guy that you had possessed, you had just died, so it, feeling a live body again wasn't a big deal to him.
Yeah. He will slice his palm, put it over his mouth, and it's a lot less of entreating, and it's a lot more just the motions as he does that, and he opens his mouth. I get a stain.
Does that mean it doesn't work, or
No, it everything still works. I just get a stain because I got a critical failure on my rouse check.
ah?
So not only do I get hungrier, I also get a stain.
You're feeling a little bad about this. You realize it's the sensation of being alive that you're feeling like a drug dealer almost. Like you're taking advantage.
Absolutely using her.
But bad crap could be going down tonight, so you kind of want to be prepped for it.
Yep. And as she comes in, I'll roll for it.
Okay. And this roll is to maintain control, correct?
This roll is how many scenes I have with her.
Oh, gotcha.
Which is a lot so far. 6 successes, so.
That'll probably cover the night. Well, no, the night's gonna be 2 sessions, so we'll see. Maybe when you need her most, she'll flee. Who knows?
We'll see.
Maybe that's her plan all along. Give you just enough rope to hang yourself with.
And then, yeah, I think he holds on for now and just has the conversation inside where he's just like, so you said you feel.
Yes, I haven't been alive for a while. It's something to feel the arrow in your skin again.
Well, at least one of us can.
She's a little confused by that.
And then he picks up a weird Tupperware that has like some it's like it has like some smoke in it, but inside of it has the little the steel wool that's inside in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like emitting some smoke, and he gets that, and he like kind of puts it in a pocket somewhere in one of his go bags, and he's very much getting ready for tonight.
Alright.
The big push.
Kyle. And Eric, the only thing you really missed was us doing our, we were late getting started, so we did the recap, and Iola drew a very positive card.
Yeah, that I heard.
Okay. You were here for that, Eric.
Yeah, I got here right when you did the pull.
Okay.
Actually, the first thing I heard when I hopped in was, Iola, what do you do when you wake up?
Gotcha.
So, I do not get hungrier.
Okay.
I am going to go find an animal to snack on, though.
Do you have any wounds that need to be healed?
Yes, I do.
Are any of them aggravated?
2 of them are.
No, well, you can only heal one of them then.
Yep, I know.
And that one you would do automatically, basically, as you were waking up or before you woke up.
Yeah. Superficial is gone.
And you had to do ag first.
Huh?
Well, you had to do ag first, but I mean, I guess not.
Well, I was rolling the one superficial I have. Just go ahead and get it out of the way. Okay. Okay. So I do get hungrier, but I do heal 1 aggravated. And yes, I'm going hunting.
Yeah, when you're moving around, Shiloh gets up and is like kind of limping around.
Mm-hmm.
Harmony had fixed him from the worst of his injuries, but he's not at 100%.
Yeah, he'll tell Shiloh that he'll have to stay here. He has to guard the house.
He makes an unhappy noise, but doesn't
Mhm.
fuss about it as much as he might usually.
I'm sure.
Oh yeah, guard the house is important. That means I can go lay down. Oh.
Mm-hmm. All right. So hunting. Three.
Let's see. How many had we been saying it took for you to?
Pick that one. I think that's minimum.
Yeah, I think with the coterie bonuses we added in, I think 3 is the minimum I need. Yeah, because we upped Chos to 5.
Yeah. Okay, I see it now. Or I'm looking at the hunting ground thing. So
Yeah, I think 3 is the minimum I need.
yeah, because that'll take care of. Yeah, because it would usually. I think it would usually be 4, with another 1 or 2 for the lockdown causing issues. Though I guess I would argue that probably doesn't affect you hunting deer. But
Yeah.
the Choss thing knocks it down for sure. Where 3's enough. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna slake 2 hunger, get me to 1.
Okay.
So I still have 1 aggravated damage, but I'm as healed as I'm gonna get under my own power.
All right. So. Basically, those of you that have run out and fed, you basically just have enough time to sort of wipe your mouth before your phones start blowing up.
That makes sense.
You have a message from August that he has still not been able to locate Harmony. He's a little concerned. He doesn't go into detail because it's over the phones, or the texts. But he's getting a little concerned.
Excuse me.
Some of the other barons warn, the ones that are close to Cam territory, warn that there seems to be a lot of movement within Cam territory. You get a message from Furman. He doesn't have a lot of details, but the other thin blood, the one he told you about, that's got basically like a cousin or something who is also his sire over in Moulton, has basically told him to not be a very good night to just lay low. Like, it's like a message he got just as soon as he woke up, he had, woke up, got dressed, that message hits his phone, basically telling him, yeah, you might not want to leave whatever house you got, don't leave the haven tonight, sort of thing.
At that point, that message, Kyle will snapshot that message and then send it via burner to Ryder.
Yeah, because you had told him how you knew about yeah.
And he did ask if we got any intel, it'd be a good time to send it to him. So seeing that, he snapshot it, send it to Ryder with the following message. That's the guy. They're saying that's the contact that we had.
Yeah. Let's see who else will be contacting you. one of the. He's not really considered a baron. He's kind of got his own turf in the city, but he's not really considered a baron because it's a small neighborhood. But he sends a message out to the barons. He's over not too far from that long stretch that cuts across the wildlife refuge. There seems to be some movement across the bridge. You know, where y'all had y'all's big gunfight and all that jazz. Basically coming in from those far baronies to the east. The fallen baronies, I guess we could call them now. The warden of the north basically sends out a message. She's got some of her people were stationed further up the road, technically outside of Decatur, watching the roads. And there's some odd traffic headed towards the city.
Okay.
Basically, it sounds like they're coming in from all angles. Then just you guys personally get a message from Miles. Telling you there seems to be a lot of movement. He's getting reports. And Walter, you'd be getting this from some of your NOS guys too. Miles is in contact with some of them, so y'all are probably getting the same information. But there seems to be a lot of movement over around the hospital. Specifically the one across the street from y'all. Parkway. Like, extra vehicles in the parking lot. Some discernible movement on the roof. Nobody's crossing the belt line into y'all's domain yet, but
Message sent just to Kyle. You might want to close your bar.
Yeah. Kyle is going to call. Yeah, he's going to call the bar.
okay.
Had to fumigate suddenly. Everyone go home.
Zeke answers.
Hey, Zeke.
Oh, hey, boss. You coming in tonight?
No. In fact, it would be best if you closed the bar and got everyone out. Now.
He's quiet for just a second, and then you think you just can hear him under his breath. Oh, Jesus. Sure thing. I'll send everybody home. I don't think anybody will complain if I send them home with pay.
Yeah. Send them home with pay. That's fine. Just get them out.
Got a reason I can give them?
Say the boss's old contacts have spotted some gangs massing and there could be a fight.
Good enough. And he hangs up.
At which point he will pull out his phone. He will joint call both Miles and the head security guy that he has for Woodard.
Okay.
Get them both on the line.
All right. They both. Miles answers immediately. He's already up and moving around. The security guy. Yeah, you had a direct number for him. You're not just calling them all. Yeah. He answers almost immediately too, because everybody's on high alert.
Yeah. Miles, I need you to gather everyone.
I've already been pulling everybody.
Good. Because we're not going to wait.
Sweet.
We never established a name for the head of Woodard Security. I don't think ever. I don't believe we have. We just called them her security guys. I think it's all we've ever called them.
Oh, well, okay. Then he'll be Fletcher.
Fletcher. Cool, Fletcher. Deal. Say, Fletcher. Once we all start moving, I have a task for you.
Okay.
Anyone on the roof of that building, I want you to resolve the anomaly of their continued existence.
Which building exactly?
The one across the street.
Oh, yes, we have noticed a little bit of movement there.
Yes. Whatever armaments you have to reduce the roof of that building to non-existence, feel free to use them. I don't want any cover fire.
Understood. I mean, we don't have any really big ordnance, but we've got some stuff that can reach out and touch people over there.
I've shipped some AP and incendiaries over in your direction anyway.
Oh, those will be very useful.
Enjoy them. Miles, like I said, gather everybody. We ain't waiting.
All right.
Out of character aside, does Egidio still have that rocket launcher?
No,
No.
that got used.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that got used with
Ye-
the bridge
Yeah.
stuff,
Yep.
I think.
Yeah. That got used when Egidio and I were behind enemy lines and we waited
Yeah,
for
yeah,
well,
yeah.
I think like 2 or 3 cars to converge, and then Egidio just went, "Say hello to my little friend."
I think y'all used up most of your C4 by this point.
Yeah.
I think most of it's gotten used.
Yeah,
The
I
big
know
crates for sure that Kyle got.
I know everything that Kyle had got used to blow up
The NOS.
the
Yeah.
NOS.
The decommissioned firehouse that was turned into a home. But yeah.
Yeah, I know everything. All the explosives Kyle had was used on that. Hopefully, he caught him in the blast. But we'll see. At that point, he will. Yeah, you know what? Screw subtlety. He'll call Walter next. Walter,
Hello.
how many loyal undergrounders do you have?
As far as I'm aware, I've got a good handful.
Good. Have them sweep the underground for any infiltrators and eliminate all threats. Whatever means you need to use, make it happen.
Understood. I'll let the NOSnet know to send whatever boys are itchy for doing something besides being behind a computer.
And if the underground ends up being clear, feel free to swarm above ground across the street.
Well, it is a good scare when something starts moving out of the morgue.
Ideally, yes. And he'll end the call there. And then he will head to wherever Miles said he's gathering everybody after that. No, first thing he's going to do, rouse, not hungrier, shifts into a wolf.
Playing with fire there.
Yeah. He is going into the where is the map? There is the map. He's going into the wildlife refuge.
All right. So you were
Dad!
You are both beelining for Old Montgomery.
Oh yeah.
Sounds
He said
good.
he's willing. He said he's willing to join in.
All right. What are the rest of you doing? And I assume Kyle is notifying everybody else.
Yeah, he's before he shifts, he'll sound a message saying, "Going for the old man."
Thumbs up emoji.
I think say very bold of you to go ahead and think that. But anyway, Walter will do as instructed, and Go across the NOS net and basically in colorful vampire cant
Mm-hmm.
ask the more combat oriented NOS that if they're feeling bored, they would and got some free time. This by say the basement could use a little bit of spring cleaning.
All right. The NOS of your domain specifically, the ones you could basically order out there, pretty uniformly respond kind of with an affirmative. One or two that monitor a lot of the cameras around the domain, you're not stripping all your surveillance guys, but
Oh no. I'm specifically stating like any of them that's more combat oriented and don't want to sit and do surveillance. Yes, by all means, that invitation is to them. If they're more of a surveillance and don't want to get involved in anything physical, hey, Walter ain't twisting your arm. If you don't want to, you ain't got to. He just wants he just wants some hands or some bodies moving around to, again, check the basement, as it were.
So you have some security guys are down there all the time, but yeah. So a bunch of them are coming out to kind of sweep the storm drain sewer system in the domain. And some of them already kind of work for miles, so the knowledge that if they're clear, they're going to go across the street is going to spread fairly quickly. Emma, what do you do with this knowledge when it comes across your phone?
If there are people on the roof of the hospital, she's going to go to the roof of the mall with possibly some kind of binoculars or something.
Okay.
And she's going to watch for a little bit, kind of see who may be the one in charge, anything like that. And she is going to share the senses.
All right. First, give me a wits awareness, just to see what you see, see who you spot.
Turn on heightened senses.
Yeah, I was going to do that. Look at my auspex in.
Yeah.
Like I said, next week I'll remember all of my stats and everything.
Mm-hmm. You'll have it down perfect next week.
Pigeon noises.
Coo.
Because I'm not good at those.
Four.
Okay. Looking across the street with binoculars, you see. You see somebody else with binoculars.
I looked at him.
He looked at me.
I looked at him.
And he looked at
Actually,
me.
you're looking at him, and it's a shot in the dark, but you think he may be looking at your office. There are guys with large rifles on either side of him. They're crouched down low, so somebody from the ground wouldn't really notice them.
Yeah.
And there are several people with these sorts of rifles up there. But specifically the binocular guy, there's one on either side. And yeah, you get the impression they're paying attention more towards where your office is than anywhere else.
She'll do a quick, hey, I got to do some fumigation at the office tonight. Don't drop by. It'll smell foul.
But also looking around further back, because you're up, you're up basically a couple of stories, but it is not as tall as the Parkway hospital.
Yeah.
But where most of these guys are not wearing full combat fatigues or something quite that obvious, but they're all dressed in dark clothes. Nobody up there that's armed is wearing anything fancy looking. The only guy that's wearing something fancy is somebody that's in a full suit. And when you see him, you see him walk out, and one of the guys, the guy with the binoculars, sets the binoculars down and goes over and is talking to him.
She's gonna share the senses with binoculars guy.
All right, give me that roll.
I'm just linking in there so you have the
Yeah.
information.
It's not correctly named because you're not actually sharing the senses. You're more like stealing them.
Well, they don't know I'm sharing them. It's like a
They're, they're sharing their senses with her. It's fine.
It's
fine.
like when you steal someone's Wi-Fi.
Okay, he also would say resolve. Wits resolve, all right.
I mean, you're not wrong in that aspect there.
no. He can, if he figures out that she's in there, they can have a wits resolve.
How would they know?
I think there's Auspex powers that allow that. But
Yeah. Sense the
Fine.
unseen, basically.
Gotcha.
If the person she's possessing's got it, or if somebody using that power is looking at him.
I got a 4.
All right. The difficulty is a 3.
Mhm.
So you settle in. You're staring at this guy.
Did anyone happen to follow her up onto the roof?
There's some of the mall people up there.
Okay.
You know, they're getting ready with their own little sniper rifles.
Alrighty.
Fletcher is up there, kind of running the operation. Mostly, they're taking shelter behind like air units and stuff. But you're looking at a very well dressed man. You know, you're catching mid conversation that he's asking. You know, the person you're inhabiting is telling the other guy that there started being some movement on the mall roof. So he's pretty sure they know we're up here. We're higher up than they are, so they should give our snipers a little bit of an advantage whenever we charge across. But it does mean that they won't be able to offer as much cover fire when we cross the street or when we cross the belt line. You know, basically the groups of snipers will be effectively neutralizing each other. You know, until we can pick off enough of them that we can free up some of our guns to. There's been no movement at the office tonight. The well-dressed guys, I guess they're not dumb enough to go somewhere so open and so that we're so aware of during an actual push.
She'll be repeating this out loud so that Fletcher can hear.
Now I need you to give me. Oh wait, no. You don't have to give me anything yet. Hang on. Suddenly, the well-dressed man's like, I realize this guy he's talking to doesn't have a name either. Daniel, stop talking. To which the guy you immediately responds with, what? What? Why, Caleb?
Oh shit!
Of course. That'd be too easy.
Wanted the name.
Yeah, the Tremere.
And he tells the guy, someone's inhabiting you. I forget which ability is sheer sense is part of the Auspex, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a power he'd be unfamiliar with. It's not a Salubri specific thing.
No.
And he starts telling the guy,
Ghost?
it's like giving hints on kind of how to try to force her out. It's the oh wait, no. I was about to just have him describe you as a such baron, but he actually says it's the Salubri Baron. But that's not a secret on that side anymore. For reasons. And he starts kind of coaching the guy on how to, push you out.
It might not be the Salubri Baron. Malkavian also has auspex.
If I remember right, he sees you as almost an image over top of the guy.
It doesn't say
It says
anything
to be
about them
noticed.
seeing.
It says to be noticed. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of him looking.
Just three. He has the guy has a third eye imposed on his forehead.
That would be enough to do it. That alone would be enough to do it. All right, so it was Wits Resolve or Wits Resolve.
Wits Resolve versus Wits Resolve.
Ooh, not great. He only got a 2.
I got a 5.
So he's sitting there, you feel a little bit of struggles. He tries to force you out, but whoever this guy is, he doesn't know what he's doing as far as that goes.
However, pull out. That way, if she needs to later, she can still tap into him. She isn't like being shunted from him completely for the evening.
No, that's fair.
She's just gonna, because the guy's not gonna say anything else around that guy.
Okay, so you pull your senses back.
I'm back. One child happened.
She's gonna, she told Fletcher, or was Fletcher, right?
Fletcher's the head of security, yes.
Yeah, she told Fletcher everything that happened, and she's gonna go find Ada and ask her if she knows anything about Caleb, and that Caleb's across the street.
All right, so you are traveling down to the mall. Egidio, what do you do when you get the information about the orders Kyle rattled off?
That was a full, not scene ago, but there's been things going on in this scene. I completely blanked on what the orders were.
Oh, you're talking about, gather, having Miles gather everybody, and they're going, we're not waiting, we're going across the street after him.
Sure.
You had finished up your ritual. You were packing your go bag when this information came through.
He looks at it and goes, okay, and it just continues going. He continues packing for a little longer. Make sure to have that Tupperware on his side in a pouch. And I think that building that they're on is the hospital, right?
Yes.
Okay. Egidio, I think he just sneaks that way.
Okay.
Respect.
Like going straight across the street already, or just over basically meeting up with everybody else?
The long way around.
Okay.
But yes, effectively just going across the street. Let's see.
Home, the long way round.
Okay, Parkway is definitely taller than the mall, but he's not just way, way, way taller. He's got a couple of the highest point's got a couple of stories on the mall. Okay. A little bit of stuff. Wait a minute, how tall is that building? Yeah. All right, Iola, you're behind the Waffle House, or you were. When all this information comes through about not going to the office.
Finds that a bit weird, of course, but she's not going to question. What was the information we got from Kyle?
That we're not going to wait. He's gathering everybody basically to make a push across the street.
All right. And she's gonna be like, and where are we meeting?
Miles responds that he's gathering everybody behind the mall.
And she will go behind them all.
Okay. So you kind
Or
of
start walking.
Yeah, you loop
Yeah.
around the long way or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Was there anybody else? All right. And Kyle was. Were you riding your bike, or had you turned into a wolf to run across?
Wolf, because like he got this as soon as he was done hunting, so his bike isn't in the middle of the woods.
Oh, that's a fair point.
So he is a wolf, and
you at least have the advantage in wolf form that you can just cut straight.
Yeah, he doesn't have to go along roads, and he can run at top speed without having to slow down.
Yeah, endurance is not a problem.
Yep.
Now, do you avoid cam territory, or do you run straight through? I mean, if you literally go straight line, you'll be cutting through some of some of the area controlled by the hospital. You'd be cutting through some of Stafford's. Or you can kind of skim along the top and stay mostly in Maddox, but it's a little bit longer trip that way.
No, he's cutting straight across.
Okay.
But I'll make a stealth roll
All right,
to avoid
do that.
being seen. So I need to pull up the PDF.
Well,
Just a normal, ordinary wolf.
You have got quite the chance.
This is either facetious or...
Well, I'll tell you this. They got a skull on their hunger dice.
Ooh.
Well, actually, would I even roll a hunger dice? This is a...
They're
Yeah, I'm still going to count it. If they fail, I'm still going to count it as a critical failure.
All right.
I mean, they have a couple of successes, so...
Huh. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Mm-hmm. We were discussing before the game, before you
something's
got here.
watching them.
We were discussing that the rest of the group was like I hadn't given out enough experience. This Chronicle.
No one said that you didn't give enough experience. All I said is that Blackjack would beat the shit out of Gidio.
All right, well, they got 2 successes, so...
Okay.
You never see a member of the Camarilla running through this territory. I mean, you're not running through the hospital parking lot. You're not hitting,
Yeah, who's an idiot that would do that?
Yeah.
I mean, we will be in a second, but...
But, you're running through the housed areas and cutting across streets.
Mm-hmm.
You just, anybody they got
It's a
patrolling,
really big
you're
dog.
just not running into.
Works for me.
And you make your way to that southern part of the... Or did Old Montgomery have the northern part of the wildlife refuge? I don't remember.
I don't think we ever decided, just that he has one half and Hess has the other.
Yeah, I think you're right. It probably isn't a clear split. In fact, other than the 2 of them, nobody else is probably exactly sure where the line is anyway.
Fair.
But all right, you get to the refuge.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of spillover from the river. It's very boggy, kind of swampy in some of those areas.
Yeah. But Old Montgomery did tell him how to find him.
Yes, he did. So you used a couple of landmarks he finds.
Mm-hmm.
About the time that you're debating whether to, howl or do something to draw his attention, a figure actually just rises up out of the water.
As in, like, animal or humanoid?
He's humanoid when he stands up.
Okay.
It's like he was crouching. It's like he was in the water just deep enough that he could crouch in. You're not sure how he stopped himself from bobbing to the surface, but old kindred have their tricks.
Yeah. He'll shift back like, Montgomery.
Kyle, and he steps out, just sort of shaking his head almost like a dog, and he's got fairly shaggy hair, and it's water spraying out from his head.
Well, you did tell me to let you know when a fight was going to happen.
Oh, tonight? Well, that was quick.
Yeah, they're pushing from all sides of the city, and I decided, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to take the hospital from them.
The one in the middle? Oh no, the one over by you. Yeah, I could help out with that.
Well, it's that, or if you'd like, we got some word that there's Cam amassing in the Fallen Barony across the river from. If you want to join some guys fighting over there.
Makes no never mind to me. I told you I'd help, so however you want me to help.
What'd you say, sir?
I think we should bring him with us.
Okay, fair. Well, honestly, since we're going to be attacking one of their, if not the Cam stronghold of the city, could use you with us, I think.
Let's go then.
All right. And I guess we both shift and go.
Yep, he drops into a big wolf.
I do not get hungrier. I too drop into a big wolf, and off we go.
Yeah, so y'all are racing back. Emma, you were not crawling down. There's a ladder. Well, you're keeping your head kind of down because there are snipers. Nobody's shooting yet, but there are snipers over there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Head get your damn head knocked off.
I mean, yeah, that'll happen.
Ain't nothing that saves you from a bullet to the head.
No helmets.
Unless you're a vampire.
Even then.
Maybe just in torpor for a while.
Well, it depends on the round, I guess.
But yeah, they take you downstairs. Fletcher isn't escorting you himself. He's staying up top to supervise the troops. But he has one of the lower level flunkies. You've seen him before. You probably helped heal him after the big fight inside the mall or something.
Yeah.
And they lead you down to Woodard's office.
Miss Woodard, Miss Ada?
Ada tenses up when she hears your voice, but doesn't say anything. She doesn't move. You just see her visibly tense, and it's like
she won't move any closer to her and just give her the nod of respect and otherwise fairly placid. And
you see Woodard's there. She's got on her, she's got computer monitor set up. She's watching like all the security footage of outside the mall.
They will be making a push soon.
We gathered that from Kyle's messages.
Also,
we gathered we may try to make the push first. But I'm sorry, what was that?
Also, Caleb is across the street.
Woodard just kind of goes, looks over at Ada. Ada's sitting there going, that's not great news, but we knew he was in town now.
Did you also tell him Kyle went to get old Montgomery?
Did he announce? Oh yeah, he did announce that. She's. I'll let that be a surprise for later.
Nice. Surprise tool for later.
I'm just imagining, like, where's Kyle? 2 wolves show up.
He brought a friend. You always have to get your dog a friend, otherwise they just get very destructive. They get bored.
As
The two wolves
somebody,
seem to get very destructive.
as somebody whose partner has many dogs, that is not true.
I read it somewhere. It's true. It's got to be true.
It's on the internet.
It's on the internet. Yeah, she's. How do you have any tricks to deal with him that you could tell me or somebody else? I'm not asking you to go up against him if you don't want to.
Yeah, he's about my age. I mean, we on paper we should be close, but of course you never really know how good somebody is. But yeah, I should probably be there just in case. I don't know how much countering I can do, but I can at least do the same sorts of damage he'd be doing. When are we crossing?
I know Miles and Kincaid are amassing them behind the mall.
Hey, no. When you say that, you say Woodard glance over one of the monitors where you see everybody.
Enough, of course, to kind of keep an eye on the borders, but a pretty good force there, and I believe Walter is working with some of the local NOS. Kyle's seeing what other strings he can pull.
Woodard looks at Ada. Are you sure it's a good idea for you to go across? Are you sure that would be safe? I mean, you know, we need to keep some people on this side to. You can't strip the barony completely, or you know, somebody could hit us on the other side. Something. She doesn't look happy with the idea of Ada crossing the street in this attack.
I am not ordering you or, telling you to do this as a baron. I'm just making you aware. You are more than welcome to stay here and defend. It could be a good idea. You've lived this long, trusting your gut, I'm guessing. Just whatever your gut tells you.
Ada's like I think it would be best if I went across. I don't have time to really set up any extra defenses over here.
All right.
And she looks at Woodard. You know where the most defensible spots that I've constructed in the mall are. Woodard looks unhappy. Like, maybe we can discuss it some more.
I'll leave you to do such. I'm going to go join the others behind the mall.
Yeah, so you leave with Ada just giving Woodard a weird look.
She's gonna. She still has heightened sense and so on. She's going to step a little bit away and pretend like she's messing with something on her phone and see if she can hear any of the conversation.
All right, give me a roll.
What's awareness?
Yes. Now I forget, is hot senses add to that, or does it just let you hear stuff further away?
Adds aspects, I believe.
That sounds right. All right, go ahead and give me that roll. Oh, you're
That is a 5.
all right. You hear what is still going. They've got snipers and stuff. Yeah, you don't know if Kincaid's there. If Kincaid's there, surely he's got others from his coterie or his not coterie, the Tremere Chantry.
Kincaid or
Caleb.
I'm sorry,
I'm
Caleb.
guessing.
Wrong name.
okay.
We've been sleeping on Kincaid.
He wasn't Bruja. He was Tremere the whole time.
I mean, Kincaid is old. Or older, anyway.
Well, he's not ancient, or he's not old Montgomery old.
Yeah, but I think like you said, he's like Ancilla old, like Ada and them. Like he's been around for a while.
Yeah, I may have. Anyway, she's given this sort of honestly half-assed sounding, and Ada's just like, what is this actually about? What have you done? And Woodard's telling, I haven't done anything. What are you planning to do? There's been an offer made. I think you're muted.
Oh, I know. I'm just mostly yelling at myself and at the screen. Like, this?
And this is why Kyle told Walter to put surveillance on Woodard.
And it is like, oh, I swear to God, if you're doing this again, you almost got us both killed the last time. When you crossed Leonard. Emma, you may not know who Leonard is, but being new to town, but anybody that's been in town, he was the he was Woodard's sire. He was the venture she tried to take out and failed to, but he got taken out by the Inquisition shortly thereafter. So. And basically, they start having an argument that occasionally gets loud enough that like the other people out in the hallways, like can't make out the words necessarily, but can tell they're arguing. And it's basically Ada giving her a dressing down because she's pulling this same crap. And this isn't the time to do it. Even if the cam lets you back in, you're not going to get anywhere. They're going to keep too close an eye on you because they know what you pulled in the past. And
it basically pull it twice.
And basically it seems to wrap up with Ada basically, I'm going across the street. You want to pull some shenanigans? I'll be one of them. I'll be one of them you taking out. And then she stomps out, slams the door behind her, and heads basically the opposite direction from you down the hallway. Like she is oblivious to the fact that you were out there, like just
blinded with rage. In the Baron chat, vampire can't for Woodard is compromised.
You type that in, and Woodard. Go ahead. You can go ahead and tell me. Woodard steps out to follow her. Woodard, however, notices you. Oh, Baron Hawthorne. Was there something else you needed?
Could you repeat that? My headset decided to have a wild moment there.
When Woodard steps out, she sees you. She's like, "Oh, Baron Hawthorne. Is there something else you needed?"
I think I dropped my phone. I found it.
Oh, good. She doesn't look like she believes that for a second.
Look forward to working with you tonight, Miss Woodard.
Yeah, I think she looked down where the direction Ada went. Yeah, I think Ada has decided for sure that she's going to go with the forces across the Beltline. We'll of course be laying down plenty of cover fire for you.
I hope you make the correct decision. And good day. And leaves.
Unspoken is, you know what the fuck Kyle's gonna do if he finds out.
Once he reads his phone and...
Once his phone stops melting with his chest.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the vicinity of the chest cavity. Is that my heart? Oh no, I got a text. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, the moment Walter gets that notification on his phone, whoever he had keeping eyes on Woodard, he's just like, right, I'm going to need you to escalate that to Plaid. Thanks.
Well, and they've been very good at keeping up with her movements once she leaves the mall. They've had
Oh,
a
no,
very
no,
hard time getting anybody inside the mall, though.
Oh, no,
Some of
he
the
understands that part. It's just mainly whatever paranoia level you were at, I need you to double it. Because apparently we're getting some confirmation.
She will swing back up to talk to, oh god, I forgot his name again, Fletcher.
Mhm.
And very serious, very much. I'm going to work now. I want you to remember one thing tonight, Mr. Fletcher. You may work for Miss Woodard, but I am the Baron of this area. If it comes down to listening to orders of one of the Barons versus Miss Woodard, you will listen to the Barons here. I just want to reconfirm that that is completely and utterly crystal clear.
yes, ma'am, I 100% understand. And
I
when you
appreciate
had first
that.
climbed up, he had been looking at something on his phone, and as he's telling you, it's 100% clear. He's sliding his phone back into his pocket.
Would she have enough to catch anything that's on the phone? Or do you already, like, click the screen
Give me a
off?
wits awareness. He wouldn't particularly want you to see it, so I'll give him a dexterity, leisure domain, I guess.
It's not really a sleight of hand.
Well, fair enough.
Roll your phone.
Well, it's more about keeping the angle from it. You know what? I'll just do dex width. We'll do that.
4? That's only because it was a crit on a non-hunger dice.
Come on now. Where's my beam tree? There we go. So dex width. All right, that's pretty good. You got how many?
4.
Okay, he got 3, so you're good. Yeah, it was a text from Woodard. It just says, forget what we, be prepared to defend the domain. Actually, she'd be careful on text. Keep the security up around the area. Ada is going to step out with Kyle and Emma tonight. Forget about that other thing we discussed.
So
Compel.
Do what now?
Compel.
Ooh.
Charisma, discipline. Charisma and my dominate versus his intelligence and resolve.
All right, his intelligence is quite good.
I don't know if the current being has
resolve,
the
not as much.
potential to sweat. However, he'd probably be doing a cold one.
When
up
she
right
walks
now.
up and talks to him like that, he's got this look, like somebody just walked in on him, in the middle of something.
I love how it
rousing charisma as well.
I love how it's basically turned into, oh, mom's mad.
5.
Look, the mom's mad. However, the chancla hasn't gotten out. There's still a chance to live.
She's not mad.
He also
She's
got a 5.
disappointed.
He also got a 5, but ties go to the player. So you hit a strong will, but then you push on in.
Explain what Woodard was planning, quickly and precisely.
There had been talks with Stafford. When he rejected his proposal, he came to Miss Woodard with the proposal. She had not decided for sure which way she was going to go as of the last time she spoke to me. If I got the command tonight, I was supposed to help. Well, I was supposed to turn our snipers on your forces. If I didn't,
Well,
then I continue. Then I shoot the guys across the street. But she's clearly
Well.
decided to side with you, Barons.
then she's made the correct decision tonight. Let's hope that this continues. Gives him a little pat on the shoulder. Keep safe this evening.
You too, ma'am.
Goes back around, joins Miles and Kincaid.
As you're walking away, you hear, because some of the other guys up there heard this exchange. And you kind of hear Fletcher saying to one of them, "Holy crap, no wonder Ada thinks she's the scary one."
It's the damn quiet ones that always wear a damn hat.
She's smaller, therefore closer to hell.
She's not that short.
Good grief.
Good lord. Everybody thinks Walter's the scary one. No, not by a long shot.
That's why Emma gets along with him so well. Walter's a kitty cat. Come on.
You like
Well-
scratch him and like loses his skin.
Oh, put that back.
You just hit that one right spot of Fester pops.
Oh,
Ooh.
hate that. All right, but moving on.
Wow, good thing I'm dead, or that would be nauseating.
Even though I'm
Nosferatu,
dead,
ladies and
Still
gentlemen.
nauseating.
Nauseating.
Look, at some point, if we ever come back to this, I might as well just make a Nosferatu that's just straight up a plague bearer of Nurgle. Let's just be honest.
I have a clan that would work for you. Talk about that after session.
Fantastic.
It's just a hit, kind of.
All right, so
Fair enough.
the rest of you were all eventually meeting up behind the mall.
Most of you.
Egidio's going for a walk.
Okay, so Emma, you get back there. Iola's already back there.
Mm.
You've got Miles, what's left of the Brute Squad, because they did lose a member or two when the Far Baronies fell.
Mm.
They'd lost somebody up earlier.
Inquisitor.
You're right. There's only about 3 of them left at this point. But Miles has got all of his other people. You also get a message from on the Baron chat. The pack is moving to try to intercept the people on the bridge. So you have forces at work.
Okay.
Rat puts in something cryptic about he's got a surprise for the people on the bridge.
Ooh.
But you don't know exactly what he's talking about.
I love surprises.
Mm-hmm.
It coming from a Nosferatu, it can only
Yeah.
be something.
Basically,
fun.
you get these little cryptic things from all over the city where the other barons are dealing with stuff in their areas.
But how long does it take for Kyle and Montgomery to get there?
Uh,
I mean, moving at full speed since they don't have to slow down as wolves.
yeah, and full speed for a wolf is pretty decent.
It's about 32, 35 miles an hour.
Health roll.
Looking up
believe.
on Google. 36 to 38 miles per hour, top speed.
Okay, low ball.
Some have been able to reach upwards of 46, but
Yeah, but of course, with natural animals, it's in short bursts. That's not an issue with Kyle or Old Montgomery.
Yeah.
probably especially not Old Montgomery.
He's probably got a little bit of celerity, but he's not trying to outpace Kyle. So
Yeah.
so yeah, moving at least 30-something miles an hour, and cutting through yards and across streets, and not really having to worry about following the roads. Yeah, you can get back across town pretty quick. 10, 15 minutes.
Cool.
Egidio.
I rolled 12 successes on my stealth check.
All right, and where were you headed to?
That's a crit. Towards the hospital, but like going, shadows up, moving as subtly as possible.
All right.
Suddenly.
And yours is not obfuscation.
No,
It's
Taking an
just
undulating path.
I'm just very good at hiding.
it's just you just have essentially a jacked up stealth, with the explanation being that you rap. So let me see if any of their spotters can spot you. So close to a crit, but not quite.
Also crit.
So 4 successes, and you said you had how many?
12.
Okay. Why do your all's dice roll so much better than mine?
I rolled a success on all of them except for one.
We all specialized into just weird stuff.
That's
Well,
true.
that and as a wolf, my stealth dice pool is 11.
Yeah, I knew the wolf thing. With you.
So,
Egidio is, as soon as he gets towards the not the parking lot of the hospital, he'll get there and he'll just keep going and just kind of walk like no one knows what they're looking at when they see him. And when he gets where he thinks there's cameras, because hospital has to have cameras,
Oh, they certainly do.
he's going to open the thing.
And what exactly does that thing do?
That disrupts cameras.
Over how large an area?
An area around me. It stays around me.
Oh, okay.
So you would assume maybe the room that Egidio is inhabiting maybe a little bigger than that.
The room, the hallway, we'll say the general area. So even if you're in a long hallway, the one at the end won't get you.
Yeah. So you can roll that. That's gonna be. Let me get the dice amount for you. That's on you whether that works.
Oh, that's right, because you wouldn't know if it worked or not.
Right. So that's gonna be 7 dice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I picked up the right amount. How many hunger dice do you currently have?
2.
Let me swap another one.
Where can
of
I
those.
DC
imagine?
is 3.
Why can I imagine a Judo with his jacked up stealth just getting up on the roof and just starting to like shove snipers off the roof? Like, off you go.
There. He has to get in the hospital first.
Yep. He does have to be a little careful. He couldn't stand in the middle of a parking lot and wrap himself in shadow and not be noticed.
Yeah.
In a well-lit area.
Sorry. That would be 9 dice because I'm gonna.
All right, so one
Good.
more dice, or
2 more.
okay. Well, it's not just y'all's dice that roll well for y'all. And how many successes did you need to have?
3.
Okay. So Egidio doesn't know for sure that it worked, but I probably spilled the beans.
It's. But yeah, he walks in and he will just walk in like nothing, and I think what he does is go to the cafeteria first. So he'll make his way that way in the hospital. So if you want to go to someone else, because I know walking a hospital is going to take a while for Egidio.
Well, as you're walking in, there's a lady near the reception desk. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. We're well, not closed, but if you're here to visit a patient, that's not allowed right now. Because
he has his mask.
Yeah.
He has his mask, by the way. And he goes, "Oh no, it's fine. I just need to go use the restroom." I just have to pee. It's been a long night.
Give me a manipulation.
Absolutely.
Because she literally just watched you. Well, she wouldn't have seen you until you were inside and probably had to drop your shadows. But you're in the lobby area talking about, the restroom. So, let's see, manipulation. What would the other one be?
subterfuge?
Yes,
Alright.
because I'm quite certain that you're lying, considering you haven't had to pee in years.
Yeah. No.
For a few months at least.
That is 2 successes.
Okay, that's all you need to do with a regular mortal.
Woo. I rolled skulls on my hunger dice, so I am glad that worked.
Multiple?
Oh no, you see,
Two
it's fine. I
skulls.
just got hide her behind the receptionist desk.
Hitman style, just draped over a crate.
Just
No,
gets
man.
absorbed into the crate.
No. In Hitman, you want to put him in the wine press.
Yeah. That's an actual thing you do in one of the missions. I remember that one.
Uh-huh.
Never played
For
the
a
game.
vampire, that might be actually beneficial. Just get all the good juices.
Maybe that's how the Tremere make their blood wine. Just
Run it through a filter to get the chunky bits out. Unless you want it with pulp.
Would you like your human juice with or without pulp?
But okay, she directs you over to the restrooms.
Thank you. And he'll walk that way.
it's a
And
vampire
then-
variant of OJ.
He'll go that way. He'll pretend to pee. He'll be there for like 5 minutes, look at his phone or something, and then just go to the elevator.
Okay. All right, Kyle, you at Old Montgomery, zip across the road. Probably staying on Danville Road.
Hmm.
You don't want to get too close to the hospital because you know there's snipers up there.
I think Egidio sent a text to the coterie chat. Just says, "I'm in."
Is it just the GIF from the Matrix?
Yes.
I'm
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, you ought to send him a selfie from inside the hospital. Like walking to the elevator, you're in the lobby. The name of the hospital's on the wall. Oh yeah.
Does he?
No.
No. His
Hey
camera,
guys, I thought we were meeting up over here.
his camera phone probably wouldn't be working right now.
That's true.
That's true.
So we just get a picture of the inside of the hospital.
It's just pixelated.
Well, I'll be damned. I mean, I'm a vampire, so I am, but
But yeah, you run with these massive vampires, and they just see two big wolves running. You see a couple of them kind of, drop their hands to their side. Miles like, one of those is Kyle. Everybody calm down.
Emma, I have a feeling I know who the other one is. She's just watching reactions for this one.
They shift back. Some of the younger guys, like the Brute Squad, no idea who this other guy is with Kyle. Clearly a gangrel, whatever. But Kincaid and Miles, there's a stronger reaction there.
Ada
Oh yeah, I forgot
said she was
there.
joining.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
She's out there. She's got like her, almost like a little medical bag. It almost like something a GDO would carry around. Maybe not as big as his go bags, but
Yeah.
Go back has a lot of bricks in it that can be mistaken for cocaine. So
but yeah, but the old heads, people that have been in town a while, they react to the side of Old Montgomery. Ada just looks at him and goes, "Dog." To which he responds with "witch." Doesn't seem to be any actual animosity there, though.
they make out later.
On the corpses of the enemy.
That's why she's crying blood. He left her.
Yeah. That would do it. Miles, you got everyone?
Yep, I'm keeping just a very, very bare bones few people out to the west, just in case, in case those reinforcements from Moulton show up. I've alerted Clint. So if those forces start to come through, basically they're just going to try delaying tactics.
speaking of, did he get a response back from Ryder at all?
He has not yet. Oh wait, no,
Alright.
you've run across town a couple times. Then yeah, probably about the time you were showing up. Let's see how would Ryder respond, because the werewolves are probably doing their version of the kind of vampire cant sort of stuff y'all been doing.
Yeah, I mean, they call it the Veil instead of the Masquerade, but yeah.
Yeah.
This is what my book says over there.
Yes. I'm drawing such a blank on how he worded it. Basically, he tells you they, yeah, he's got permission to lead a little welcoming party for your friends, or to put together a little welcoming party for your friends.
His response will be, "Enjoy the festivities. I'll be throwing a party of my own."
So, y'all are there. Y'all are.
Well,
Horses are arranged. Miles has got enough vehicles. Vans. Some of them have crudely welded on armor. It's like some of them have a little bit of scrap metal. Like just tap welded onto the top of like a van.
I mean, if it works, it works.
Kincaid's like, I don't know how much it'll work.
Redneck armored vehicles.
They said snipers. I put some metal on the roof. Yeah,
that's fair.
Not all the vehicles have that. They've got about 2 vans with that. So Miles is like, figure those will be our, be our leading edge.
Right.
I made sure to give a morale talk to the folks on the roof.
Ah, good. So that issue was dealt with.
Yep.
Good.
Ada's watching the two of you very closely during this conversation. Like, she didn't notice that Emma had stayed behind.
Just to Ada. Don't worry, I didn't steal anybody's souls. Maybe scared it out of them, but I didn't take it.
Okay. She's like, yeah, I can live with that. That was probably deserved.
Better her than me.
Debatable if the rumors are true, but yes, I guess I'm glad she resolved that rather than you. When this is all over, I assure you I will keep a very close eye on her to make sure this sort of thing does not happen again.
That'd be appreciated. This is why you were appointed into the position you were in.
Okay, enough flirting. Let's go.
Ada actually seemed a little relieved after the conversation. Like, okay, doesn't sound like you're going to kill her as soon as it's over. Good. Though she still seems a little pissed. Not at y'all, but...
I mean, Kyle's mad too. But, right, so, as it stands right now, from what we know, the Cam are attacking from all sides on the city. More than likely, from intel received, the garrison at the hospital will be assailing our domain. My plan is to hit them first before they can fully mobilize. Take the fight to their end and leave our domain out of it. Depending on how things go, we might be able to recall some of our forces you sent to the East Miles, as my friends are throwing a nice welcoming surprise from the out-of-towners.
He had seen some of that. I mean, he's not technically on the Baron chat, but you get the impression some of these security guys keep in touch with each other too.
Well, suffice it to say, no one should be leaving town for a little while. There's a werewolf pack out there. Fair warning.
Miles isn't surprised. He knew you could be planning that. Some of the young were like, Oh, some of them are like, oh, that's all we need. Is these werewolves coming in on top of this.
No, that's fine. After all, I gave them a target to hit.
Kincaid smiles as he's watching like the younger ones have a reaction to that. But there had been rumors of you running that pack through the town already, so you may be building a
Now,
little bit of a rep.
As things stand, Walter is currently scouring the bowels of the city for any infiltrators. Once that's done, he and his forces will be joining us from underground, and to prevent any escape. I said the same thing to the snipers and to Miles. I'm going to say the same thing here. I don't want any of them to live after this. I want us as a unit to rectify the anomaly of their continued existence.
Kincaid turns to his people, or to the rest of the. For you slow ones, that means he wants them all dead. Like a real dead, not walking around dead like we are.
Someone goes, "Oh."
Yeah. One smart ass does that. The rest of
knowledge.
them are just kind of looking at him like, yeah, we got it.
Montgomery, you want to do anything on this? You just run it with us.
So something specifically you want me to do? You want me to plant people whenever I run across them?
Fucking vampire.
Um,
And what are we doing about the kind that are in there?
Anyone want to pull a fire alarm when we get in there? Oh,
Did you actually check your phone finally?
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Egidio is in the hospital right now. As Kyle says that out loud.
Text something. Hey, could you make sure make sure to clear out the dance room before we get there? You know how rowdy these parties get.
Thumbs up emoji.
Right.
I'll go catch a fire alarm.
Well, if I understand this correctly, Egidio is probably going to pull the fire alarm and clear the kind out. So, more than likely there will be none in the building, so go wild. And if any do see us, we've got people who are good at the mental arts that can wipe their memory later.
Good.
All right, everybody's just kind of waiting on the order.
How close are y'all to the hospital?
We're on the other end of the mall.
Oh, okay. Then
So not too
Egidio
far.
will- yeah.
No, especially not in
So
vehicles.
Egidio will then go pull a fire alarm.
All right.
Havoc
Ready to
erupts.
start moving, everybody?
You have an overstuffed hospital that now is convinced they need to get everybody outside.
Yep.
I am turning off heightened senses.
Well, you're probably the first one to hear it.
And she's like, okay, alarm's going.
All right, that's our cue.
Everybody starts piling into vehicles. The brute squad is on their bikes, and several of the other brute are on bikes. Kincaid hops into one of the vans, drive it. Miles hops into the other.
If we all don't survive the night, I'll see you in whatever hell we're damned to.
Oh, you'll be fine. The rest of us will be damned.
That's a
Chuckle.
stereotype.
Yeah, she's like, go talk to Fletcher later, and gets in a vehicle.
Montgomery, race you there.
He smiles, drops into wolf form, and takes off in just a blur.
Kyle also takes into wolf form and takes off. He doesn't have celerity, so he's probably going to lose, but he still takes off at top speed. He's hauling.
I'll be right back.
I will even rouse dexterity if I need to get some speed.
It's 35 miles an hour, and you're literally like crossing the street at an angle.
Mm,
You know, it's not even half a mile. I wouldn't waste the rouse.
that's true.
But you take off. The engines crank up. Everybody's going. You hear gunfire from the mall roof start up.
Hmm.
And then there's supposed to be some return fire, so the snipers have started shooting at each other.
Yeah.
Basically, when y'all said go, that was also the sign for Fletcher and his people to start basically cover fire.
Yeah.
We say Egidio could have pulled whatever fire alarms in the cafeteria.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, was there anything you were wanting to do in the cafeteria?
Yes. I want to make it. I'm intending to set a contingency plan here. And so Egidio, I'll rouse here for a sec, but Egidio just kind of focuses and then exhales, and this wave of nausea just hits the entire cafeteria, even if there's no one in it. I'm going to use what's it called? Aura of Decay.
All right, what does that do?
Let me rouse first. Good. I will post it. Boop.
Even bricks start to decay. Oh, and now you smell.
Yeah, he's gonna just take this whole scene while they're incoming to just do that. The intention is for if and when kind come back, that they eat it, they're going to be poisoned this way, and it's going to be difficult for Kindred to feed on them, because that's how they. That is one of the things of ingesting it will cause this damage. And then if a vampire gets it, it's bad for them.
Okay. So there's a handful of staff in here that were eating, the night crew people, and a skeleton crew still working the cafeteria.
Yeah, but they leave with the fire alarm.
Give me a stealth roll to see if any of them spot you.
Sure.
I don't know why I'm rolling. These are all baseline mortals.
Law of averages, I should get at least 2, but we'll see. Go. That one. Three, 4, 5, 6 successes.
All right, so yeah, you flip it down. You know, several of them are starting to kind of hold their stomachs, look at their, some of them are like looking at their food. I swear that lettuce wasn't that wilted when I got it. You see one of the cafeteria staff are kind of like, I'll be right back. Runs off. And then the fire alarm starts. Everybody kind of, startles and jumps up.
This isn't nearly enough to kill anybody. This is just get them sick.
Yeah.
Make them unusable for consumption.
You're fouling the well, sort of.
Yes. And then when he's done with that, he'll put the shadows back on and head out. Or go probably just wait in the corner for the Kindred to arrive.
Okay, so you're staying on the ground level, waiting on everybody to.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the rest of you go racing across the roads. Basically out into the street, across the little turn areas, not paying a whole lot of attention to traffic laws. All while the gunfire is zipping overhead. You hear at least inside the van. You hear at least one shot that dings off the top of that makeshift armor. Kincaid glances back at it. Huh, it actually worked.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I didn't have the opportunity to like slope it like you're supposed to do in tanks. As you cross into the parking lot, though, in a GDO where you're standing in the shadows, you're watching people coming out of various side rooms. Some of them are armed a little much to be hospital staff.
Yeah, well, you know.
Some of them were wearing like mock security uniforms, but they're heading towards the front doors. You don't see a whole lot of the mortals running around down here yet, but they're probably scrambling to deal with patients. Let's see. Old Montgomery will be the first one there. So, Egidio, you see this colossal wolf. It's a little bit bigger than Kyle in wolf form, even.
Mm-hmm.
Just come barreling through the front doors, and just sort of bowling pins, the cam that were closest to the door.
Does you're on our side? Just say that to himself, but still in the corner. Just kind of like, huh. Anyway.
It's like Kyle's probably not too far behind him. Not gonna lie.
You get there before the cars get there.
Yeah.
All right. So old Montgomery is knocking people around. He's got when you get there, Kyle, he's got one guy snatched up like a rag doll.
Yeah.
I do still have that aura active, so they will be taking at least two superficial as they enter. Or
that affects all the
if they're kindred, or if they're not kindred. I don't know if they're ghoul or not.
Oh, I got you. It's probably a mix, and you see some people get a little wobbly as they run past you.
Kyle, as
with
he
that,
entered,
I will BRB because Ichido's not doing anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
He activated toughness and feral weapons.
Okay.
And he's using he's identifying the closest target that is armed, basically. And he's just
all right, give me a roll.
Okay. Alright. Wow.
What'd you get? Really?
Not a single success to be found. All of them.
What?
Yeah.
The dice are wanting to tell a story, and so far it's
So
horrible.
anything fun on your hunger dice?
No, literally everything is blank. It's a flat 0 across the board.
Well, the guy you're going after critted.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, no.
So that's 2, 4. So he got 5 successes.
Mm-hmm.
Bring up the weapons thing because he is armed with.
You got this, Socks. I believe in you.
All right, he's got a shotgun.
Hmm?
Plus
That's not
3.
I
ideal.
miss.
He got 5 successes
My dice
Kyle wrote
decided.
an absolute 0.
on a
Huh.
combat roll.
Yeah. Out
For
of the
bumping yourself?
pile of dice I rolled,
You didn't-
every
you didn't-
single face came up blank.
You know, willpower reroll.
I'm not burning that much willpower to re-roll that.
Fair enough.
I mean, some successes. Oh,
Considering we're assaulting a main compound, I'm probably going to need that willpower for, like, frenzy.
fair enough.
All right, so that's 8
And the Tremere and
successes.
the rafters.
Okay. So,
I rolled to see if he was using Dragon Breath or not. You lucked out. This guy's just got a shotgun. So
okay. Well, I mean, Dragon Breath wouldn't add the damage. It'd just be that 5 turned into
that's true.
aggravated.
That's true. That would probably be
Um,
worse than taking 8 superficial.
Yeah, so because toughness is active, that 8 is automatically reduced to 5
Okay.
because I subtract 3 outright,
All right.
and then that is halved.
So you were taking 3.
I have taken 3.
So you charge it. You dive at this guy, and maybe you slip on a little, a little gore that was on the floor from Montgomery. Maybe you just misjudged the jump a little bit, but your jaw snapped down, a few inches from him, and he managed to take like half a step back and just pepper you
Point
real good
blank.
across one side of
Yeah.
the face and across the shoulder.
Okay. The dice giveth, the dice taketh away.
Mm-hmm.
They gave me a 4 crit stealth roll, and then the combat roll is flat nothing. Is what it is.
So why you should use the dice roll? The dice roll loves you.
The dice roller has never loved me in any game I've played. The last game I played in Roll20, like when I was using the dice roller, very first combat, round 1, insta dead.
Nice.
Like full to
Level
nothing.
1. Level 1.
Actually, I was a crow at the time, but whatever.
All right, Egidio, you said you weren't doing anything.
He's just watching.
Okay.
He trusts 2 wolves and the might of the anarchs to come by and do good. He's gonna scurry over towards the elevator and go up it, and just head up to rooftop, or as close to rooftop as he can get.
Okay. Well, you can get up to the top floor. The
Yeah,
very
I'm
top
gonna
floor
go
is
for
probably
rooftop from there.
offices mostly. I don't know. I don't actually know
Question.
the layout of the place.
How much of a good idea is that with your Aura of Decay active?
You don't know.
I don't know,
Egidios
but
do
also
Egidio things.
I don't know, but also I can deactivate. It only lasts for a scene.
All
Okay.
right. And the rest of
Egidios
you
do
are
Egidio things.
pulling up in the little caravan of vehicles. You see Cam folks piling out of the building. Not the big main entrance. That glass is busted down. You can see the 2 wolves, and you hear shots going on in there, and people screaming, and But some of the smaller entrances, people are coming out, so there are people out there to oppose you.
Emma will suggest get somewhere where we can get out of the vehicles under cover. Remember, snipers on the roof.
Kid Kate's like, understood. And he aims for that main entrance that Montgomery and Kyle went through and just guns it.
What a badass.
Well,
Turns up the radio.
to put it in perspective, we told a pile of Bruja we're going on the attack and we're attacking a Cam stronghold. Have fun.
Yeah.
And they are. I'm here for it.
It'll be a
That's
terrible
literally what
tragedy
we
when the
did.
entire hospital burns down. No one survives.
Is that
I mean-
hospital still there?
Parkway? Yeah, Parkway's still there.
Okay, good.
It's just part
Alternate
of
timeline.
it's just part of Decatur Morgan now, but which is all just owned by Huntsville. But it's still the Parkway campus.
Slowly but surely, we're enveloping Decatur.
Allegory for this campaign that we're running, actually.
All right, so, and you see the guys with you start splitting off. The Brute Squad and some guys head over to one of the other entrances, and they start exchanging fire. Both the vans, right up through those glass doors.
Cool.
And they don't go too far in, but they get up. Kincaid's van is all the way in the building, and kind of right inside and whips over to the side to let people out. Knock some of the chairs in the waiting room around, or in the lobby, I should say. And the other one just pulls up enough that you got from the overhang over the kind of the front walkway of the building and a little bit in the building, enough that nobody on the roof can shoot at you.
I just imagine, just like after Emma's like, get someplace with cover. Kincaid, say less. Through the building with the armored van.
I mean, this saves us some time.
Kincaid's like, don't worry, I've scrubbed the VIN numbers off all these things. Boy, do they stick those numbers a lot of places.
Yep. Pulls out gun, and I started blasting.
Do it.
Now, Walter, were you meeting behind the mall with the rest of them, or were you going to be underground with the NOS?
He probably would have joined his fellow barons for this push.
Okay.
But he would have of course let the message known, if you find nothing, do two things. Set traps, ambush.
I mean, Gideon's already halfway there with set traps.
Well, Walter knows that if anyone's going to try and escape from down below, he wants it to where they regret that choice. If they can.
All right. Up till now, from when you first sent them out to up till now, they haven't really found anything much. They've killed a few rats and that they suspected were being used as
Visuals.
Yeah, that were being seen in or whatever. But some of them are already kind of making their way. Some of them are already inching closer to the hospital. In the underground. One of them's like, we expect to make some resistance when we get close to the bottom, but we should be able to keep whatever subterranean forces they have occupied.
Yeah, he just lets them know good by say keep them from getting out. And if you take care of the resistance, move on up.
Roger, roger. It's literally a gif of one of the
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yep.
All comes
Vampires
back
can't.
around.
I mean, he
really,
would
it should be
smile.
young vampire can't, because the older ones aren't going to get any of this. I don't understand these pictograms they keep sending. All right, but everybody in the lobby. Emma's going to start blasting.
Yep.
All right, give me a roll.
Just Dex firearms for all the rolls for firearms this time.
Yes.
And she is using, the good stuff.
Oh, yeah. I figured y'all are all using the good stuff.
One of those smoke 'em while you got them. 5.
All right, they got 3.
So plus, I think it was 4 for the gun and any additional for the incendiary.
Alright, so +4. You had that was 2 successes. You had more than him, right?
Oh, no, heavy pistol is +3. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay, so that's 6. Alright, so
Also,
you
it's wearing
get
the
out and
leather.
start shooting. You see somebody go down. Was it a kindred? Was it a ghoul? Who knows? But it was some other jackass with a gun. Now there's less guns pointed at you.
She'll unpack that all later.
Good.
Also wearing the leather jacket armor they got earlier in the campaign to help reduce aggravated superficial.
Yeah, Kyle's a wolf, or his flak armor would be doing something.
Well, if he changes back to a person, he'd have it. Assuming he put it on before he became a wolf.
This was the night where shit was going to go down. Yeah, he put it on before he went hunting.
Iola!
Hmm?
What would you like to do? The vans have just pulled into the hospital. Like,
Yeah.
literally into the building.
Pulled in.
Yeah, she's gonna start a blasting. Fine. Does she say firearms dexterity?
Yes.
And I have specialty with pistols. So
Alright, that'll work.
do I add any extra dice to that or
Special is what? 1 extra
One
die?
extra dice, yes.
okay.
Yeah, they got 5 successes. And of course, they're returning fire on y'all as y'all shooting them. So. I'm not keeping up with individual cam. I'm treating them like a horde creature, sort of.
8 successes.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
I got 3 10s.
That'll do it. Alright, so that's 8 for
Right in my
you.
head.
You've probably got one of the +3 guns as well.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like the 9mm or whatever. Oh, and you're using the incendiary. That's important to keep up with. So it's 8, 9, 10, 11, minus their 5. So that's 6 ag you did to somebody. So they drop down behind some cover. You're not sure if they're dead or just, just cowering after that devastating hit. Walter stepped away. So we'll get what he was doing when he gets back. So we'll jump over to Egidio.
Alright, so Egidio is going to very slowly go over this top level where the offices are. And just go around it walking. And intending to poison more of this well, so to speak.
You hear somebody on the phone. Look, it's a false alarm. Somebody just pulled just pulled the alarm. There isn't a fire. Leave the patients in the room. Yes, I know about procedure. And he starts talking about, how overpopulated doesn't sound like the right word, but basically, they've got more patients that they can handle. They don't have enough people here to haul them all out. He's aware of what the actual procedures are, but it's a false alarm. Basically he's like talking lower ranking, apparently, people into not disturbing the patients. But as you glance into that office, you got the guy, he's in, he's clearly a doctor. He's in the medical stuff. But there's somebody else dressed very differently, kind of standing behind him, nodding as he speaks.
Interesting.
You got to remember the Cam's got this hospital on lockdown, so they've got a lot of control here.
Yeah, well, yeah, I will continue to just kind of. I'm gonna carefully walk around. My intention is to get all of the kind that are in this area, kind of down with the sickness, as it were.
Wow.
There's a few more people up here in the office. It's not just a ton this time of night, you know.
Mhm.
Most of the folks that are here at night are going to be the actual nurses and night shift doctors.
And that's even better because they go to multiple patients theoretically.
Uh,
And then when he's done there, he'll circle back and he'll finish with that, and then he'll attempt to go up rooftop.
Okay.
Go to the rooftop.
Well, it'll probably take you, it'll take you a little, you spend a little while walking around. Go ahead and give me a stealth roll while you're up there, just to see if you need a
Absolutely.
kindred up there. Well, the kindred that's up there. Notice you. Chances are not good. 4 successes.
Uh, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 successes.
Okay.
That's another crit. But I also have a lot of dice, so it's going to keep happening.
Yeah. So you're very stealthy.
Mhm.
And this guy doesn't have like all specs turned out or anything. So.
Mhm. And then when he finishes that rotation, that'll probably be the edge of where when he starts to go up to rooftop access is when he'll disable the plague wind, so to speak.
Okay. All right, back down in the
I'll go to the top
lobby.
level. Man, it smells like shit up here.
Walter gets a whiff of that. It reminds me of home.
Oh, I forgot, Walter. You didn't go last round because you stepped away. So what are you doing down there as all this chaos unfolds? You see Emma and Iola both drop somebody. Kyle, well, you weren't there when he took that blast from the shotgun. But
I mean, at this point, it's all hell's broken loose. Walter's probably not worried about not being seen. I mean, of course, he is obfuscated, but basically, he's going to act like a Bruja for a moment. In the regards of like, as soon as gunfire is breaking out, I'm sure someone's done whizzed by and he's just done broken obfuscation, and it's like, come on, brute squad, let me show you how this gets done. Just soaring leaps over, just ready to just tackle a motherfucker. If not, at least sucker punch him as he's coming down.
You got it. It's a shame you couldn't take that power that lets you cause a shockwave when you get up from your soaring leap.
Be nice.
all right,
Too
so
late in the game for the player's book to come out.
you basically sleep across the room doing the Macho Man elbow drop on somebody.
Basically.
All right, give me a roll.
Elizabeth.
Let's see. What are the cards I need to pull here? Real quick. What was the 3? D2. Alright, one rouse check. And services. I'm good. Alright, fantastic. So prowess is going to be active for adding some little extra damage, which, I mean, it's 3, so that's going to be nice. Alright, so brawl strength, correct?
Yes.
Two, three, 4, 5. You know what? I don't normally do this, but I'm going to do it for the funsies. So, alright, that's fine. I'm going to rouse strength.
Oh boy.
So that's
Said,
going to
fuck this one guy in particular.
basically, but that's going to just take my strength up one more dot.
2 more.
2 more? Oh,
Yeah, it got
Uh,
adjusted. If you're looking at some of the like notes that you have access to on Roll20,
Not
they're a little
erotic
out of
because it
date.
sucks to get a hunger for 1 dice.
Yeah.
So all those numbers
Okay,
get brought
no.
up a little bit.
That's cool. If I say 2 dice or 2 points, that's fine.
Mhm.
I don't have. Alright, so that is 1, 2, 3, 5. And I'll reroll 2 to get my others. Fantastic. So that is a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dice.
All right.
So 7 successes.
This guy got 2.
Oh.
He was watching to be careful not to get me shot. Whatever he was expecting, it was not Nos from above.
Dorito.
Dorito from the rafters. Gah.
His last thought, how does he jump like
God's
that?
able
He
to
clearly
stay
skips
chair.
leg day. And then,
So you did 8 damage.
Well, 7, or well, yeah. But yeah, you're correct. Yep,
Yep.
8 damage.
7
Sorry,
minus 2 plus 3.
Yep. It's
so he
another
does
rocket
that,
from
and
the top
suddenly,
rope.
and there's Miles and Kincaid and the rest of them. There's an exchange of other gunfire, and then there's just a bit of silence as you've basically got 2 badly injured kindred trying to crawl away at this point.
I mean, you heard Kyle's orders.
Yep, and Kincaid and Miles, and there's people just walk up and just back of the head.
Double tap.
I'm just imagining that they're just like, no wonder they're the Barons. They're the craziest ones of all of us.
Miles starts yelling for his people to kind of secure the area. One of them, moving further in, kind of yells back, we've got a few people in the cafeteria.
What kind of people?
Looks like people. Looks like kind.
Like there's active gunfire going on, and they're still there, just like eating. If that ain't fucking capitalism for you.
I paid $10 for this. I'm gonna finish it.
Well, they push some tables up to try to keep the doors shut. He tells you, they're in a panic.
Okay.
A couple of them are blocking the doors. Everybody else is moving like further, deeper into like the employee, like the kitchen area.
Do they have their bowels attached to them right now?
Well, they're
Gideon, was it?
they may be fairly sick.
That's a
but they're
weird
not.
question.
You didn't kill the mortals in there.
No. I'm just curious.
I mean,
Just
I can be
curious
sick as a
about that.
dog if I hear a bunch of gunfire in the next room over.
Sure.
You're
Move
you're
on.
willing to bypass the fact to which you
Yeah.
feel queasy.
Sure. A little adrenaline kick in.
I'll feel queasy in a group.
That's what the hospital is.
Don't know if there's a back door they may be going out of, or if they're just going to be hiding in the cooler back there. It's something though.
You go in, they're all hiding, and you're like trying to like find them, and you just hear, ugh.
Miles glances at some of you Barons like, I suspect they won't be too big an issue, other than maybe calling the police. But that was going to be an issue tonight, regardless.
It doesn't matter. Most of them are on their payroll anyway. Let's continue.
All right, so y'all move forward. Old Montgomery shifts out of his wolf form into human form. Still sporting the big claws, though.
Mm-hmm.
His eyes are glowing.
As one does.
How's Ada holding up?
She's fine. She seems very non-pulsed by all this. She has not done anything yet. Like, everything goes silent, and then she climbs out of the van with her little bag. She's kind of watching. She's kind of watching where she steps, because Old Montgomery
Sarah,
especially
everywhere.
made quite a mess.
Doesn't want to slip and give Visceron her nice outfit.
Not that she's in one of her nicer outfits, but and she's got basically a flak jacket, on over the dress.
Let's keep moving.
Ada heads straight to the elevators like she knows where she's going.
Do you need any backup, or you got this?
She's like, I assumed we were all headed upstairs.
I didn't know if we were taking the elevator or the stairs. I'm surprised they haven't turned off the elevators yet.
She's like, that's a good point.
Gideon will wait by the stairs for everyone to come in. Now that he has such a large lead from everyone else, he's like, all right, now I wait.
All right, so everybody taking the stairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Walter kind of goes a little bit ahead, tries to get that right angle, and
Just leapfrogging up the stairs.
imagine basically him like leapfrogging where he like, sails up, grabs, adjusts himself, jumps up again.
Give me.
That'd be very handy.
Obviously, you can make the leaps because you've got the leaping thing.
It's sticking the landing to do it again.
Let's go with athletics and dex.
Oh boy. It's not terrible. Ooh. Lucky me. One success on the hunger dice, but I got 2 10s on the standards. Haha. So that should make it what? A 6?
That sounds about right.
Oh no, 4.
Well, the crit would get you 2 apiece, two for each die, so
Yeah.
that's 4. And that was the
Right.
only successes you had.
And
Yeah.
1 hunger, but that's
5.
total 5.
Okay.
Right.
But the hunger dice was not part of the crit, so that's okay.
Right.
I thought I was gonna have fun.
Is the stairwell or is the stairs to get to the rooftop the same? Are they the same stairs as the ones where they're taking to go up? So if I look down, can I see this large Dorito jump up?
No, the stairs they're taking will go all the way to the top floor.
Yeah.
Then the roof access is its own little thing.
Yep. Okay, just making sure.
It's almost like they specifically made it where they, somebody can just walk in the front door and up all the way to the roof.
Fancy that.
So Walter, you're leaping up with no problem. It's just kind of, grab the handrail here, spring up, grab the handrail on the other side. During one of those springs, you see 2 kindred there, or 2 people. Crouch down with weapon like where they could come up over and be shooting at somebody coming up the spiral once they're on the other side. Basically, they're sitting there in ambush.
Push the ambush.
Counter ambush by the flying Dorito.
At your discretion, if I could attack them by basically once I've gotten up and I'm like looking over the rail, like, oh, surprise.
Just throw them over.
I mean, that'd be fun too. Just grab them, just kind of fall down with them.
Well,
Sure, you can do that.
All right.
They're going
So
to try
what
to
can?
shoot you.
I mean, that's only fair. So what would I be rolling to like kind of pull them over the edge? Would
Okay,
it
so
be
you're,
a strength
you,
brawl?
you're not so much trying to damage them as you are, well, damage them yourself, so much as you are grabbing and pulling.
I'd imagine the main one would be strength. I just don't know what you would like as the other part to the equation.
Would brawl be more punching, or would I do athletics like wrestling?
Brawl just kind of encompasses all of it.
Yeah, I think you're right. Go ahead and just do your strength brawl. Does potence add extra dice?
Only to damage.
Okay.
Unless
just makes
this is a strength specific contest, then yes,
Add your potence.
it does.
Because you're not doing damage with this strike. It's literally grabbing and pulling. So yeah, add your potence. They'll only take damage from the fall.
How high
Well,
up is it that they're falling?
They're about 4 stories up.
Ooh,
Ooh,
Not
The
quite
building-
Franz
even
Rubering.
even a vampire's gonna feel that.
So they were more or less at the top floor.
yeah, it says
Uh,
that it adds their potence rating to their unarmed damage value as well as to feats of strength.
Yeah.
that'll be an extra 3 dice. So I'll roll this and then I'll roll 3 more.
Okay.
No, it's you add 3 to the.
Oh, just add 3 to the pool. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that will make it easier for the math. Alright.
So whatever you roll, add 3 to it.
All right. There's one of them, and there's the other one of them.
So I got 5 successes out of my 7, so that leaves it to 8.
One of them got 3. One of them got 2. So that means you have enough successes that
Yup.
you alter your angle and you basically land in front of them. You grab each one by the scuff of the neck, their shirt collars or whatever, and just kind of whoop over the side. The rest of you are just stepping in good. Old Montgomery has started running up the stairs fairly quickly, and you
It's really. I just picture like this really bad B horror movie.
It's the Wilhelm scream in
Yeah.
stereo because there's 2 of them.
That's fair. Are they still moving?
One of them is not. One of them was the way he's leaking and the smell, that wonderful aroma. That was clearly a ghoul.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see any
Double
fall.
tap.
The other one is still. I mean, he clearly took a good thwacking, but he immediately starts trying to get himself up because he realizes he's in a bad situation.
Oh yeah,
Alright, Yeah,
double tap.
I'll say that, and Kyle's jumping him.
All right, go ahead and give me a roll.
Okay. Wow.
Uh-huh.
Michael decided what?
My dice decided to be the physical embodiment of the Sour Patch Kids. Terrible roll last time.
They're sour.
That's
and
5
sweet.
crits
They're
this
sweet,
time.
Now they're sour.
That's 5 crits this time.
You want to avoid a shotgun? Nah. You want to just finish off this unarmed guy who fell 4 stories? Maximum damage.
You
Basically.
clamp onto his neck and just squeeze basically until a head pops off.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been a total of 15 successes, or 12 successes with plus 3 damage. Unhalved.
Yeah.
Because feral weapons.
Even fresh, I think he was absolutely done with that. And he wasn't fresh because he just landed on the floor.
Yeah. And now he is, as a wolf, run up the stairs.
Egidio, upstairs, you hear the screams. Because it's fairly quiet on this floor because there's not a lot of people. And you hear the guy in the office. What was that?
Hear weird shit in the
And then his
hospital
phone rings and he answers the phone. Gunfire. What?
Ooh, excuse me.
And whoever the other person in the room is, just stay here in your office. Things will be fine. We will take care of it.
Why can I imagine, like, this guy, probably Caleb, stepping out and, like, not even noticing Egidio's there, and Egidio just Steak.
I do have a makeshift steak.
I know you do.
But anyway,
We all have one because of you. I'm
uh,
aware you have it.
but yeah,
Made
but
from the old chair.
the other voice tells the man, the doctor, just stay here, keep trying to keep people calm, make sure no one calls the police.
Does it look hinky? Like this person is being coerced?
Well, you can't see into the room where you're at. But as the guy's stepping out and shutting the door behind him, he's like, remember, we know where your family sleeps.
Okay, so that's different kind of coercion. Okay. Does he look like he's going towards the stairwell? Or to the other stairs?
Yes, he's not headed towards you. Basically, the stairwell they're on opens on one end of the hallway. You're on the opposite, side.
I will text the coterie. Y'all have got incoming.
Well, basically, he opens the door, and Walter's just kind of standing there at this point.
Yep.
Surprise.
I said that as he like opens the door and gets ready to, as he's saying that little quip about like, oh, I know where your family lives. That's what Egidio's gonna be like. All right, you guys have got really old vampire incoming. Well, he'll say it in like vampires can't.
So I just
Some geezer.
just imagining him opening the door, just like that scene from the first Avengers, like Walter Hulk just flat out sucker punches him as soon as he opens the door.
I mean, that's to the storyteller's discretion, but
no, he heard the screams from outside the door. He knew he had guys posted there. He's expecting somebody to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Hence why.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, hence why I said to storyteller's transgression.
Now, when he steps to the door, he has pulled a knife.
No.
That sounds horrible. Because we just a knife. We have suspicions.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
So what you would see, Egidio, as he walks through the door, he pulls that knife out, and it's like he puts he holds the blade up to his mouth, like he runs it maybe over his tongue or something.
Ooh, kinky.
And then when he opens the door, he sees Walter. Walter, he's going to try to stab you.
Yep.
You can see he's holding a decent sized knife, nothing freakish, nothing cartoonish. That is already dripping with blood.
Walter is now concerned. It's like, wait a minute. It's like, wait a minute.
And this guy's wearing a suit, but it's not like a super fancy one,
He could pass off as being fancy if you want.
He's dressed nicely, but not so nicely that you'd really give him a second thought, if you pass him on the street. Oh, nice suit. All right, so this is melee. Let's see. You can use your dex to try to. Let's see, dex and
Athletics.
Yeah, I'll say athletics. Try to get out of the way of this because you're not physically armed. Trying to block his knife with your hands might not work too well.
Would you also accept, like, if he wanted to, like, try to strong arm it, like, keep it away from him?
So I got 1 success on the hunger die and 2 10s.
Again?
I only got 4 dice, my man. The other one wasn't a success. Don't ask me how I'm getting the 10s.
So he got 5 successes. How many did you get?
5.
Okay. Then that's how we'll describe it. Is he goes in for the cut, and Walter manages to kind of jump out of the way and sort of slap his wrist. His hand flicks to one side. A little bit of the blood flicks off the blade. and when it hits the guardrail, it sizzles like he's dropped acid on the guardrail.
Ooh.
You know, it
That
doesn't
immediately
dissolve
gets-
like in the movie Aliens. It's not that strong, but
Walter definitely gets a lot more defensive. Like, ooh, no. As that woman would go, I don't want that.
none of that now.
Is this just a wide door where the stairs are? Is it just like a open spot where I could have seen the Dorito and the?
You saw what you would have seen was him turn to the side from where you're at. Like he walked down the hallway, turned to the side, opened the
Gotcha.
door, went in with the knife.
As that's happening, I get the sense that he's the only one, right?
Yeah, he. Those two people are about the only ones you've seen up here on this floor. Most of the
Okay,
offices are
cool.
empty this time of night.
Perfect. Egidio will, as that's happening, Egidio will go in behind him to that probably sobbing office manager's room. You know,
Hey, okay, so are you opening the door and going in?
I'm opening the door, going out. I'm just, hey.
As you open the door, he's not sobbing, but he is momentarily off the phone, and you can hear him praying.
Is it a language I understand?
Oh, sure, it's just English. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
He sounds like a man unsure of what he's gotten involved in, but not really having much choice.
Hey, man. Hey,
Oh.
what's your name?
Dr. Hubbard.
Hubbard? Hey, it's really important right now.
How's the GDO dressed?
He's not dressed like he's not dressed like super fancy. Not as fancy as that guy, for sure. He's got almost like his best. He's like trying to cosplay a Bruja. Just without the leather jacket. He's got like a vest on. He's got what do you call it? Just a regular tee on and some like they're still nice jeans, but they're jeans. And they're like the boot cuts, and he's wearing like these boots that are good for the arches.
Okay. He looks up startled. Oh, I'm sorry. Just taking a second before I make my next call. Who are you?
Hey, don't worry about me right now. I heard what that guy was saying to you. That's bullshit.
Who are you?
I am the person who's going to get you to your family in one piece. Okay?
I don't think you know who it is I'm having to deal with.
That guy's a piece of shit. I'll tell you that much. But I think the best thing for you to do right now, the elevator. Ignore whatever you see down there. Just head to your family.
What about the
Leave
patients?
town. I'm sorry?
What about all the patients?
Wouldn't you rather save your family right now? That guy sounds like he's not gonna ask again.
Give me manipulation.
Yeah.
Doop-a-doop-a-doo. It's not intimidation. You're not really scaring him.
It's still subterfuge. Like this is still going to like benefit Egidio and or the barons.
Yeah, but persuasion could work too. So either one, subterfuge or persuasion, whichever one you want to use.
Okay. Persuasion works for me. That's more dice. And cool. 3 successes.
All right. He's a normal mortal. You only need 2, so.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're right.
go see them, pack your bags, go to say just. I'll tell you what. He goes into his go bag. He pulls out like 4K. Here. Go to Disney. Go to Disney. Just we're never here. You've earned a vacation. You worked really hard.
And you see like a decision click in his head. Yeah, you're right. Just get me and the family out of here.
Well done, Doctor. You may have saved more lives today than you know.
As he's leaving, he's just like, "Good luck to you. I don't know exactly what all this is, but clearly you're the other side, and you can't be any worse than what I've been dealing with."
Just imagine as he's leaving, like if he looks over, he just sees the guy who was intimidating him in a brawl with this giant Dorito of a man.
Well, like I said, that's down the hallway
Kaiju
and through a
battle over
door, so they're in the stairwell. He might hear it, but he just heads for the elevator.
It's just like kaiju battle on the other side of him.
Yeah.
So the rest of you are heading upstairs. So old Montgomery is probably coming up behind Walter at this point. Y'all are probably just a couple a floor or two down from that. You're hearing the scuffling. It's about 10. We're going to go ahead and wrap here. So this was the episode of the show. The last thing you would see is the doctor coming out of the bottom of the elevator in all that carnage y'all left down there.
What the and it goes to credits.
No, it's him stepping through it, basically going, "What the hell?" Getting more and more freaked out. Running out in the parking lot, seeing where there are bodies at the other two entrances as well. But where that fight has also moved into the building. So he avoids walking through any actual ongoing fight, but he just, all this carnage, he's leaving bloody footprints behind him when he first gets out of the building, and just gets to his car and burns out, get out of there.
Yes! That's exactly what I wanted. No cops are coming today!
Oh, we got a first time chat. I don't know when that popped up.
Yeah.
It says cue ending music, so that was probably from somebody just recently when I was talking about the wrap up.
Yeah. Hey, Mira.
Well, hello, Mira.
Yep.
Glad you're able to make it. I don't know how much you watched, but we're glad you're here. But yes, we will wrap there. And next week we will wrap this all up.
Just a tidy little bow.
The first half of the session will probably be resolving the goings on in the hospital. And then the goings on in the rest of the city.
Yeah.
Gidio's been wanting to take this hospital since like the second session.
It was always on the itinerary, but none of y'all ever really pushed for it. So it just kept waiting and waiting and waiting, and then just today Kyle's like, you know what? F them.
I mean,
but I hope y'all had fun. I really enjoyed running. Oh, thank you.
And thanks, Mira.
Mira's being very complimentary of us. Thank you.
Yes.
But so yeah, anybody that came by to watch, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you'll join us next time. Next session we'll wrap up this campaign. Then we will go on hiatus until January. I forget exactly which day. Somewhere in January.
Stube and I will be back January 9th.
Okay, it was probably the 9th.
Yeah. I want to say that's what we planned for was the 9th.
Yeah, I knew we had picked a date, but I didn't have it. But yes, and next year we will be playing a campaign of Lancer, an anime sci-fi giant mecha game. So join us for that. Until then, I was your storyteller for the evening, Jason, and with me was Eric playing Kyle, Sarah playing Emma, Jeremy playing Egidio, Rappy playing Iola, and Duba playing Walter. And we will see y'all next time, for the last time this year at least.